Hi, it's Stephanie. I'm going to show you today how I created a photo gallery effect in Storyline. I'm also going to provide a link to the forums where we can have a conversation about how I did this. But for this screener, I'll just show you how it works, and then I'll probably do a part 2 that shows you an overview of how I built it in Storyline. So let's go through how it works. Here all you have to do is just hover your mouse over the gallery's menu and the options appear to slide down. If you hover off the mouse, off the menu there, it disappears. So it's just a hover state to display that hidden menu. And then in the menu there are 4 different choices, each with their own hover state. If I click on choice number 1, you'll see photo gallery number 1. So that's kind of cool. The Polaroids or the photos are just individual PNG files, and they come flying in from the left hand side. And what's really cool though is once they're in here, like I can't see the one underneath here very well, so I can just click it and drag it, and so I can see it better, and then maybe I just want to space them all out a little bit more. So I've made this a drag and drop slide in Storyline, but using it as a fairly simple photo gallery. So you could actually probably use this in your e-learning courses as an interesting display of visual information, or just simply a photo gallery like I'm showing here. What's cool is, beyond the drag and drop in the fly-in, is if you double click on any of the photos, it comes up in a light box with more details, a larger photo, its title, and its description. When I close the light box, I'm taken back to the gallery, and here you can see it's dimmed down, this photo. I can still drag it around, and I can even click it again to look at it again, but it dims to let me know I have already looked at it. So then I can just continue with the other photos that are in the gallery doing the same thing. So that's photo gallery number 1. It's a pretty cool effect and kind of fun for people to work with. Let's take a look at photo gallery number 2. It's just another take on the same thing, fewer photos in this case, a little different background, and then this black box that's on the right hand side. And I'm just going to call that box the viewer. So in this case, instead of double clicking, all you do is just click and drag the photo on top of the viewer, and when you release your mouse, the picture appears with its details. You can drag another one, and it just stacks on top inside this viewer, and you see the details of that photo. You can take them out, of course, if you want to, but it doesn't really matter. And then it shows the details again. So it's kind of cool. And like the other one, if I want to see the details of that koala bear again, I can just place it back into the viewer and see it. This one works really well in HTML5 output because it doesn't require any right clicks or double clicks. So it works just a little smoother when you're working with HTML5. All of them work well on HTML5 and iOS, as well as your browsers. So it's fairly simple production here, but lots of little steps. So I'll go through that in the next screener. Anyway, as I was working through this, the original intent is a photo gallery, but then I was thinking, well, why does it have to be photos? So when I look at photo gallery 3, I made it post-its instead. So I thought, okay, well, let's just use the same concept, making it post-its, where you actually can move them around if you want to, and double click, and you can get some more information on this post-it. So it could be used as a summary at the end of an e-learning exercise where you want to summarize some information in a more creative way and interactive way, and then maybe when all the post-its have been viewed, the student learns something new or can progress to the next section of your e-learning course. And then the final example is something similar, but using it in a case study instead. So using this concept as a visual way of learning. So let's say the case study is, what's Joe up to and where's he headed? So it looks like Joe's left town. Why has he left town? So it's a bit of a mystery. Here's the clues he's left behind. And if you double click on the newspaper, for example, you will see that he did something this morning, he read something this morning, which triggered some other events during the day. And if I look at some of the other events, I can see that there was a hit and run and somebody got hurt. So with something like this, you could actually unravel a mystery, and then maybe once that's complete, the next section of your e-learning course would be how to prevent that from happening, or something along that line. But it gives you some ideas. And then if I click start again, I just go right back to the beginning, and all the galleries are now reset as if I haven't viewed anything. So I'll do another screener and show you how I set this up in Storyline. Thanks.